You're going to take us home here 2 to 3 years from now. I know that the program that you're running over there will be sort of fully indoctrinated into the rest of the ecosystem. Lots of capability that you'll be bringing out there to the various customers. What can we expect 2 to 3 years from now that you can reveal to us here in public?
Sure. So to set the stage a little bit, I'll jump off of some of what Bill mentioned in terms of the volume of ISR data that we've already started to struggle with. Let's magnify that tenfold, if not 100-fold, and add in the growing fleets of autonomous vehicles that all the services are investing in. So you now have an amplification of sensor data that someone or something needs to be able to process. On top of that, let's add in the explosion in commercial GEOINT, not just currently, but projected into the future. Both the expected global coverage, revisit rates, and sensor diversity is going to be absolutely an order of magnitude larger than it is now. On top of that, we'll still have our national technical means and those different sources that we'll also need to integrate. So we'll be faced with a data-rich environment where we will have a need to rapidly correlate diverse AI outputs into one object or one geospatial detection, right? Are all of these things the same tank, or are they 4 different tanks that were detected from different sensors, for example? So I think that's one of those big focus areas, or one of those things you can look for in the future is how do we reconcile diverse geospatial data sets and do it quickly, because speed is going to be a factor. I think the other area to look at in the future is the evolution of large language models into large vision models, and the growth of vision transformers as a technology that can both accelerate our ability to process image information, but also to generate new image information in terms of synthetic data. I'm excited to see some of the newer offerings come out in terms of large vision transformers. Most of those have been trained off of open source, images of photographs and text. And so I am very interested to see in the future how we take the historic holdings of an agency like NGA that has plenitude of written data associated with images to start using those kinds of techniques on that data. But conversely, how can we do that and do so in a fiscally responsible manner? You look at industry investments and what they spend to build something like one of the large language models like ChatGPT. How do we as the government invest in something like that and sustain it? Because it is quite a price tag, both in terms of the initial training and then the continuous retraining that's required. So that is a challenge. And then on top of that, of course, figuring out and understanding how we can use those without endangering people's lives, because we're a national security mission area and we can't afford to have our AI models hallucinate or create things that are inaccurate. So those are some of the challenges and areas that we'll be focusing on and looking at as we move into the future.